Eugenol, a potent phenolic compound from spices by Azlan Adnan, M.A. Sunday, 21st December 2025. Introduction and chemical structure. Eugenol is a colorless to pale yellow oily liquid with the chemical name 4-allyl-2-methoxyphenol. It belongs to the phenylpropanoid family of natural compounds and is classified as a simple phenolic compound. The molecule features a benzene ring with a methoxy group and an allyl side chain, giving it a distinctive clove-like aroma and a warm, spicy taste. Although its phenolic structure sometimes leads to loose association with polyphenols, Eugenol lacks the multiple phenolic rings required for true polyphenol classification. This compound is biosynthesized in plants via the shikimate pathway and serves protective roles against pathogens and herbivores. Natural sources. Eugenol is found predominantly in essential oils extracted from various aromatic plants. The highest concentrations occur in cloves, Syzygium aromaticum, where it constitutes 45 to 90% of the essential oil, making cloves the premier natural source. Cinnamon follows, with eugenol comprising 20 to 50% of its essential oil. Importantly, Ceylon cinnamon, Cinnamomum verum, known as true cinnamon, generally contains higher eugenol levels than cassia cinnamon, Cinnamomum cassia, while having only trace amounts of coumarin, a compound that can cause liver damage in high doses. Cassia cinnamon, more common and cheaper, has bolder flavor but significantly higher coumarin, limiting safe daily intake. Other notable sources include nutmeg, Myristica fragrans, holy basil, Ocimum sanctum, sweet basil, Ocimum basilicum, bay leaf, Laurus nobilis, allspice, Pimenta dioica, and minor traces in vanilla beans. Eugenol content in these secondary sources is considerably lower than in cloves. Antioxidant properties. In laboratory assays, eugenol demonstrates strong antioxidant activity by scavenging free radicals, chelating metal ions, and inhibiting lipid peroxidation. These mechanisms help protect cells from oxidative damage in vitro and in animal models. However, direct human antioxidant benefits remain inferred from preclinical data rather than conclusively demonstrated through large-scale randomized clinical trials. Surrogate markers in some human studies suggest potential, but evidence is indirect. Antimicrobial activity. Eugenol exhibits broad-spectrum antimicrobial effects in laboratory settings. It disrupts microbial cell membranes, inhibits enzyme activity, and prevents biofilm formation. Activity has been shown against gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, including multi-drug-resistant strains such as MRSA, fungi, notably Candida species, and certain viruses. Despite robust in vitro results, translation to clinical therapeutic efficacy in humans requires further validation. Current applications remain largely topical or in dental products rather than systemic treatments. Anti-inflammatory effects. Preclinical research indicates eugenol reduces inflammation by inhibiting cyclooxygenase, CHOX1 and COX2, and 5-lipoxygenase pathways, thereby decreasing prostaglandin and leukotriene production. Animal models of arthritis, edema, and skin inflammation show reduced inflammatory markers. Long-term anti-inflammatory effects in humans are not well quantified, and most evidence comes from acute or short-term observations. Analgesic properties and dental applications. Eugenol's analgesic action stems from local anesthetic effects and nerve desensitization. In dentistry, it remains a standard component of zinc oxide eugenol pastes used for temporary fillings, pulp sedation, and root canal sealants due to its antiseptic and soothing properties. These clinical uses are well established and evidence-based. Anti-cancer research. Cell culture and animal studies reveal promising anti-cancer mechanisms. Eugenol induces programmed cell death, apoptosis, inhibits NF-κB signaling, modulates reactive oxygen species, suppresses angiogenesis, and causes cell cycle arrest in various cancer lines: breast, prostate, colon, lung, leukemia. Experimental selectivity, higher toxicity to cancer cells than normal cells, has been observed in vitro. However, no robust human clinical trials confirm anti-cancer efficacy or safety for therapeutic use. Claims remain strictly preclinical. Other emerging benefits. Animal and in vitro studies suggest neuroprotective potential through acetylcholinesterase inhibition, relevant to Alzheimer's models, and anti-diabetic effects via improved insulin sensitivity and glucose uptake. Hepatoprotective activity against chemical toxins has also been reported in rodents. These findings are hypothesis-generating and not yet clinically actionable in humans. Practical intake and culinary sources. Safest eugenol exposure comes from everyday culinary spices rather than concentrated extracts. Whole cloves, approximately 15 to 20 milligrams eugenol per gram, 1 clove near 0.1 grams. Ground cinnamon, 5 to 20 milligrams per teaspoon, depending on variety and freshness. Ceylon cinnamon is recommended for regular consumption due to minimal coumarin content. Incorporate into teas, baking, curries, or rice dishes for moderate safe intake. Safety considerations. Concentrated eugenol essential oil can irritate skin and mucous membranes, cause allergic reactions, or lead to systemic toxicity if ingested undiluted. Oral ingestion of essential oils is strongly discouraged outside professional supervision. Culinary use of whole or ground spices poses negligible risk at normal dietary levels. Individuals with allergies to perfume or balsam should exercise caution. Conclusion. Eugenol represents a versatile phenolic compound with well-supported antimicrobial, analgesic, and anti-inflammatory properties, particularly valuable in dental care. Antioxidant, anti-cancer, neuroprotective, and metabolic effects show intriguing laboratory promise but await stronger human evidence. For general health, incorporate eugenol-rich spices like cloves and Ceylon cinnamon into cooking. This approach provides safe, moderate exposure while enjoying traditional flavors. Learn to cook with confidence. A holiday cooking experience for teens and school leavers. Cooking is one of the most important life skills a young person can develop. We eat every day, and knowing how to prepare good food sets you up for independence, creativity, and lifelong well-being. In my holiday cooking classes, I go far beyond teaching recipes. I blend knife skills with the wonders of food science, the chemistry, biochemistry, and nutrition that shape every flavor, texture, and aroma. It's the practical, delicious side of the science you learn at school. My sessions are fully hands-on. You will feel the warmth rising from a pan, hear onions sizzling into sweetness, smell butter turning nutty and golden, and watch simple ingredients transform into something extraordinary. Cooking becomes a sensory adventure, not a chore. To ensure every student gets dedicated attention, I keep each class small, just 3 to 6 participants. We learn by doing. We taste constantly, we experiment with confidence, and we uncover why small changes in technique make big differences on the plate. Classes are held by appointment throughout the December school holidays. Each session gently builds confidence, skill, and curiosity as students work from raw ingredients to a finished dish they can proudly serve at home. And here's something parents love. My class fees are by donation. If your child walks away bored or unmoved, you pay nothing. But if your child returns home excited, inspired, and perhaps presents you with a classic French onion soup, richly caramelized and impossibly fragrant, then simply contribute what you think that experience is worth. If your child keeps pestering you to bring them back for more classes, well, you'll know you've got your money's worth. All proceeds help fund my ongoing eye treatments, so every contribution goes to good use. Students will also learn how to choose fresh ingredients and shop smart. Do give them some grocery money, because selecting produce confidently is just as important as cooking it well. If you're ready to turn curiosity into skill and skill into joy, I would love to welcome your teen into my kitchen. Parents are most welcome to sit in as chaperones or return at the end to savor their children's culinary creations.